Have you ever binge-watched a massive online course and just wondered, how on earth did they even make this? Well, that's exactly what we're digging into today. We're going behind the scenes to see how a huge, multi-part course on Google AI got made, not just using AI, but by treating AI as a creative partner from the very first idea.
For any creator out there, this is the big one, right? The mountain of research, the endless scripting, just the sheer amount of work it takes to get from one idea to 20 polished videos. It's a lot. It's why so many big, ambitious projects just stay on the drawing board. But what if you could change that entire equation? So the key is really a whole new way of thinking about the process. It's about moving beyond seeing AI as just another tool you use, and instead treating it like a strategic partner on your team. We're about to see how this human-AI partnership was the absolute game changer that got this massive project over the finish line.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll tackle that core challenge that every creator knows all too well. Then, we'll look at this human-AI partnership model. From there, we'll walk through the exact workflow step by step, the blueprint for planning, the engine that built the content, and the assembly line that automated the final videos. And of course, we'll wrap up with how you can put these ideas to work. So let's start here with the creator's challenge. It always kicks off with that flash of excitement, right? That, hey, let's make a course all about Google's AI. But that gap, that massive gulf between the initial idea and a full, finished series, that's where the momentum can really die out. It's a huge leap to make.
So, how did they close that gap? By changing the workflow entirely. Think of it this way. The creator acts as the visionary. The director, setting the course and making all the important creative decisions. The AI, then, becomes your tireless researcher, your brilliant planner, and your super-fast content generator, all following that human vision. And this partnership works in 4 super clear phases. It all starts with deep research, which then flows into strategic planning. After that, you build a repeatable content structure, and finally, you automate the production itself. So let's break down exactly how each one of these phases played out.
Okay, let's dive into that first part, research and planning. Because, you can't build an amazing series without a rock-solid foundation. And this is where AI comes in to help lay down all the groundwork.
So instead of just staring at a blank page, this project kicked off with a huge information-gathering mission. Using powerful models like Gemini and specialized tools like deep research, the very first step was to map out the entire Google AI ecosystem. This gave them a bird's-eye view right from the start, making sure no important topics were accidentally left out.
Now, this is a really smart part of the process. They didn't just use one AI for everything. They used the right tool for the right job. Gemini 2.5 Pro was like the strategist, brought in for the heavy-duty thinking and brainstorming big episode ideas. Meanwhile, the faster, leaner Gemini 2.5 Flash acted as the workhorse, handling all the high-volume stuff like summaries. It's all about optimizing for both quality and speed.
Okay, so once that huge pile of research was in, the AI helped pull out a long list of potential episode ideas. And this is so important, they didn't just take that list and run with it. The creator then worked with Gemini 2.5 Pro to really refine that list, to sharpen the focus on practical, real-world examples that would actually be useful to the audience. That human touch is crucial.
All right, the plan is locked in. But now you've got a new problem, scale. How do you actually create the scripts and outlines for 20 different episodes without starting from scratch every single time? Well, you build a content engine.
And the secret sauce for this engine was a feature called a custom gem. The best way to think about it is like a custom shortcut or a macro you might make in a program. You basically teach the AI how to do a complex, repetitive task once. In this case, outline a video episode for me, and from then on, the custom gem does it for you with one simple command.
The power here is just incredible. By building a custom gem that already knew the perfect episode structure, the key message, the talking points, the script flow, the team could just give it an episode title, and bam, out comes a complete structured draft almost instantly. This is how you get speed and consistency across a whole series.
And this is where things really start moving fast. All 20 of those AI-generated outlines were dropped into a single master Google Doc. Then, that speedy Gemini 2.5 Flash was pointed at that one document and told to generate all the course descriptions and video summaries. One document, one command, and a huge chunk of work is done.
All right, we have our research, our plan, and all of our structured text. It's time for the final assembly line. This is where all that careful prep work really pays off as we turn all that text into actual finished videos.
So, the command center for this last step was a tool called Notebook LM, which is designed to ground AI in your specific information. They fed it all the raw materials, that master Google Doc with all the scripts, a whole library of images and assets, links for extra context, and, this is key, a clear set of instructions on the tone, the style, and the length for the videos.
With everything loaded in, it was pretty much as simple as hitting go. The AI took everything it was given, the script, the pictures, the style guide, and synthesized it all to automatically generate a finished video for every single episode. Because a human did all the strategic thinking and creative direction up front, this final production step could be almost completely automated.
So there you have it. We've seen the whole journey, from that first little idea all the way to a full 20-part video series. It's an amazing look at how a true human-AI partnership can totally revolutionize the creative process. So now, let's talk about what all this means for you.
What this workflow really proves is that the size of your ideas doesn't have to be limited by the number of hours in a day anymore. Big, ambitious creative projects are more within reach than ever. Not because the work just vanishes, but because a smart process, with AI as your partner, can speed things up dramatically.
And that's really the big takeaway here. This isn't just about how one project got made. It's basically an open invitation. These tools, these workflows, they're out there. They're ready for you to play with, to adapt, and to use to bring your own big ideas to life.
So, as we wrap up, I'll leave you with this question. Think about that one really ambitious project you've always wanted to tackle, but maybe thought was just too big. After seeing this blueprint, from research all the way to automation, what will you build with your AI partner?